Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So today's video is going to be one very important video because right now if you look at the price structure of Bitcoin, you can see very clearly the price here is showing a really nice movement, which is also indicating the line here which previously acted as a very strong line of resistance seems to be breaking out here, right? And what we have to take into consideration after seeing this many falling wedge type of scenario playing out in Bitcoin price action, the price of Bitcoin has also shown some pullback type of scenario before again starting this move here to the upside, because the price in most of the cases after breaking this very important line of resistance has seen a pullback, coming back to retest the previous temporary resistance line, and only after that seeing this actual price movement here to the upside. So that's why right now, unless the volume is not confirming it and also the indicators, we are not going to be expecting some crazy move appearing in the price action Bitcoin in a daily time frame. Because if we monitor these moving averages, the red line is the 50 exponential moving average and the green line is the 20 exponential moving average. So what we are going to do is, whenever we have seen this actual breakout or this breakdown type of scenario playing out for Bitcoin, this indicators has always played a very important role. Because right now, if you look at this one here, for example, if you monitor around this area where the moving averages started crossing over, I mean the red line here at the top and the green line at the bottom, the 20 exponential moving average, and at the same time this MACD line, if you look at this MACD, you can see the MACD also started hitting in a negative territory and also had this bearish MACD cross. And at the same time, guys, at the same time, this RSI line also started going below this 50 level. This red line is exactly at this 50 level, and you can see whenever the RSI line also starts appearing below 50 level, that is another confirmation along with this MACD and also the T3CCI. You can see the T3CCI started heading towards the negative territory. When you see this four confirmation, the moving averages, the 20 exponential moving average crossing over the 50 exponential moving average, MACD line in a negative territory also forming this bearish MACD cross, RSI line below 50 level, and this T3CCI in a negative territory, that is a sign that the market here is weakening and we could be seeing potential downward price movement. And this is exactly what happened here, right? And since then the price here is heading to the downside. But if we look here from the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we saw this bullish crossover, let me hide this volume, so you can see whenever we saw this green line at the top, guys, right, you can see the green line, the 20 exponential moving average at the top and the red line at the bottom, and also this crossover happening, and at the same time if the MACD is also confirming it. So you can see the MACD again started entering positive territory, and this is also bullish MACD cross movement, right? And also at the same time the RSI line, you can see the RSI line started jumping above 50 level. So RSI line jumping above 50 level, MACD also confirming it, and also at the same time if you see the T3CCI entering the positive territory exactly like this one here, right? You can see the T3CCI started the positive territory. This all four indicators gave us a confirmation that market is preparing for another movement here to the upside, and this is exactly what we witness here in the price action Bitcoin. So right now what we want is a proper crossover, this 50 exponential moving average crossing above 20 exponential moving average, right? The green line at the top, the red line at the bottom, what we want, and at the same time this MACD also appearing in a positive territory. I mean this is still a bullish MACD cross type of scenario, but we are still in a negative territory, and the RSI line here is still below 50 level. So we are not getting a proper confirmation right now with indicators in a daily time frame. And also the T3CCI, you can see it is still in a negative territory, which is indicating right now the price here, right, could see some movement here to the upside, but the actual price movement is only going to happen if we see this crossover happening, MACD confirming it, RSI confirming it, and this T3CCI confirming it. Because in a weekly time frame, as we have said yesterday, the price here has now jumped above this 50 weekly moving average. That is a very good sign, because in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we have found a support above this 50 weekly moving average, we have seen some really nice bounce of this 50 weekly moving average playing out for Bitcoin, and every time the price lost the support from this 50 weekly moving average, we also saw this actual price reversal type of scenario. So since the price here now again is above this 50 exponential moving average in a weekly time frame, this is a very good sign, because now the bulls are trying to take control over the market. And also here in a daily time frame, we did talk about this scenario playing out for Bitcoin, because according to the Wyckoff's market cycle, reaccumulation phase, distribution phase, redistribution phase, and after this redistribution phase, price starts heading to the downside, forming another accumulation phase before again starting this new trend here to the upside. But right now, since the price of Bitcoin is actually above this 30,000 level, right, and we are also now around 31,000 range, what we want here in a daily time frame, if you look at this price structure more in a parallel channel, then we want the price of Bitcoin at any cost here to at least come and retake this 35,000 range. If the bulls does manages to take over this 35,000 range, then according to this one here, the redistribution scenario could be invalid and price could be heading towards this 40,000 range, the upper line area of this parallel channel. So that's why 35,000 range is a very, very important line, because this here, this red line, the 50 exponential moving average right now is also sitting around 35,000 range. You can see here this red line right now, right? This red line is right now around 35,000 price level. So that's why this 35,000 is one very, very important line for price of Bitcoin to overtake. And not just only that, guys, not just only that. If the price of Bitcoin does take over this 35,000 range, then you can also see the CPI line, which I have actually already talked in my video. The central CPI line, you can see this purple line is also exactly around this 35,200, 35,300. So that's why I'm saying you, what the price of Bitcoin need to do at any cost is to regain its strength above the 35,000, because if the 35,000, the central CPI line is going to be acting as a support, the next month CPI for the August could be an ascending CPI. And ascending CPI means the trend here now could be changing its direction. And in our case right now, since the price here is still hovering to 32,000, 33,000 range, what we want at any cost, as I've already said you, the confirmation from these moving averages, MACD, RSI and T3CCI indicator. So that's why right now we are waiting patiently, and we are not calling this as a possible breakout scenario or a fake out scenario, because in most of the cases, as I've already said you, without the volume confirming, price has always seen a fake out or a retesting the previous temporary resistance line, right, which has acted as a resistance, again acting as a support, and a movement here in this manner. So that's why 31,000 and 30,000 is a very, very important support line for bulls to defend right now if we would see any sort of a pullback type of scenario. So these are some of the scenarios I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame and also here in a weekly time frame. And if you want to know this shorter time frame, you can see yesterday we did talked about this ascending triangle type of scenario playing out for Bitcoin, because according to this ascending triangle, I said you, volume must confirm the breakout. Without the volume, the breakout is not going to be an actual breakout, and it's going to be more also fake out. And right now, if you look at this price structure, you can see this here, right? Did saw a really nice move, and again a pullback here in an hourly time frame. So right now, what I will be doing is I will be looking at this price action here in an hourly time frame more in this channel, because right now, if you look at this price structure along with this ascending channel, you can see the upper line acted as a strong line of resistance, support. So right now, if this is going to hold the price, then we might be expecting this lower highs, lower lows, continuation pattern type of scenario playing out for Bitcoin. But if the support here is going to get broken, then we must look at this in a daily time frame, because in a daily time frame, we are aware the price could actually retest the upper line area of this falling wedge, which previously acted as a resistance. And if we see a support there, price finding a proper support there, then we could be again starting this new move here to the upside. But for an actual breakout here to the upside, we want to see this crossover happening, and also the MACD confirming it, RSI confirming it, and this T3CCI indicator confirming that as well. So these are some of the scenarios I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, please hit the like button, and for those individual watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.